Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. So, I've been bullet journaling. That's a thing now that I've been doing. And you know what? I really like it. It's really good. I watched a couple bullet journals, Mystery Date with a Book, Cats and Camera. I've just been watching a lot of them and I fucking love bullet journals. I love them. They're really good. For me, I struggle with getting tasks done because I get really overwhelmed by things. So I kind of figured that maybe this year I would start writing things down so that I can tick them off. And weirdly, it helps. Been helping me, so that's been nice. I also feel way more accomplished. Like, I never usually feel accomplished. I usually just sit there and think I've done fuck all today. And I'm so sad about it. Because usually I have. You know what the funny thing is? I actually want to do more stuff. I'm like, oh, if I could just do that one thing, then that's another box that I can tick off, and it looks like I've done more today. But, like, regardless of my motivation for it, that thing is still getting done, so that's good, because it wouldn't be getting done otherwise, and I appreciate that. So anyway, that's a tangent. All I'm going to do is show you my January spreads. They're all filled out and done now. Please enjoy this weird thing. Okay, so this is my bullet journal. It is a Lamome, and basically I just bought it because it was quite cheap on Amazon, and it had the right type of dotting that I wanted, and I thought it looked like it had quite thick pages, so, you know, first bullet journal, thought I'd try it out, and it's working okay for me. So, let's have a look inside. So, I do start off with just a general page so that I can list where things are. I haven't found this very useful, to be honest. I imagine it will get more useful the further I get into the year, but at the moment I'm just using the little bookmarks that come with the book, so yeah, I'm finding that more useful than that. I started off with a year at a glance where I'm just putting in like important things, like as we are talking about January, the only thing on here is scattering my granddad's ashes, and yeah, that's really the only important event that I've got going on in January so far. So the year at a glance continues. Obviously these are a bit not filled in properly. Okay, and then we move into January. So what I did was a month at a glance sort of thing, so I could type in like important things like going to the cinema, people's birthdays, when I'm going out to drinks and things like that, just so I can keep track of like when I've actually gone out and spent things or gone and done certain things. And then after that I tried these little weekly planners where I would put in different things. A lot of it's me keeping track of if I've worked out and weighed myself and tidied and just done a lot of random stuff. These pages all look the same, so I'm just kind of going to flick through them. Basically, I did not use these pages. I didn't find them very useful at all. I mostly used like the monthly one from before and then sort of just repeated the things in here. So I decided that I wasn't going to continue including these because I just don't find them as useful and they take up quite a lot of space. Okay, so the next thing is these videos posted. In January I had a lot of videos to post because I was doing both Time Infinity and Beyond and the biannual bibliothon, so there were quite a lot of videos, especially in this little section here, but I kind of wanted to keep track. I'm a little bit inconsistent with my video posting, so I'm trying to get into a state where I don't leave it too long. I'm not particularly comfortable with this distance, but any longer than that and I'm going to get really angry with myself, so it's a good way to keep track of my actual posting habits. Then this is my habit tracker for January. As you can see, it's a bit of a colour mess. Basically my theme for January was just colour, lots of colour, and that's where I'm going with that. You can see that I am very bad with certain habits, and they are often things to do with housework. Like, a lot of this is like tidying, and yeah, I'm not so great at that, and I'm really bad at cooking as well. But there are a couple of things that I am quite good at, and that is exercise. I've made a sort of pact with myself that I'm going to do exercise every day this year, whether it is kickboxing or hula hooping, that also counts, but mostly it's just like random exercise things. Also, every day I've been bullet journaling, social media, Twitter and Instagramming. Basically, I'm just trying to get better at Twitter and Instagram because I basically kind of ignored those platforms for a while, and I like interacting with people on there, so that's what I want to do. Also, reading and listening to my audiobook, that happens a lot. I'm doing one of them at least every day. So I managed to go to the cinema 4 times in January, which is quite nice, as probably the number of times I'm aiming for. This has generally been the most useful page for me. It has been the most useful thing. I really like being able to track the things that I'm doing, and I found that it's really improved me actually doing these things. Like, I actually want to do the housework more so I can just tick something off on the box. And I know that sounds really bad, but I have issues with motivation, especially with housework and things, so that is actually really helpful for me, and I found that that's really good. Okay, so moving on to my Tome Infinity and Beyond planner. Okay, so this was basically where I put together everything that I could possibly have needed for Tome Infinity and Beyond. So these are all of the tiers and the different challenges for each of the tiers, and then in black next to that I put the actual book that I was going to read. As you can see, there are some purple ones here, and they're books that I actually replaced the black ones with, or video challenges like this one. Every time I would finish a book or a challenge from that tier, I would mark it off in little orange boxes so that I could feel good about myself. You know how I said about before, being able to fill in a box really helping? Filling in a box, apparently what I needed. So here are the video challenges. I only did 2 of them, but that was because there was a big stage where I got a bit rubbish with filming my videos, and I didn't. But I filmed 2 of them, so that made me feel alright. And then these ones down here are the Instagram challenges. I managed to do an Instagram challenge every single day throughout January, and I'm really happy about that because, as I said before, trying to get better on Instagram, and this really helped. It was a really good way to start the year. And obviously over here are the hosts for Tome Infinity. My fellow co-hosts are awesome, and I felt that they needed a little space on the page, so yeah. And then after that, we have 2 little pages that are completely different from each other. We have the biannual bibliothon tracker. So I had the video challenges listed here and everything that I did for them there. That was more so I could keep track of them. And every time that I actually filmed one, I filled this bit in. And then the reading challenges with the books that I actually used for them right next to them. Again, more so I can keep track of it and actually tick things off. But instead of actually using ticks or like boxes with this one, I had the little icicles here for the reading challenges. So every reading challenge I finished, I ticked one off and coloured it in. And the same with the video challenges. Every video challenge I posted, I filled one of these little cameras in, and yeah, that was my little different way of doing that. But here on the right here is a completely non-book related page, and it is a weight tracker. Now, this bit up here, obviously I'm hiding the actual weight because none of you guys actually need to know what I weigh. The only reason I am focusing on my weight is because I have gotten a bit unhealthy recently, and I really want to focus on getting back to my health and just feeling better about myself. And like, I feel better when I'm doing things and actually working on things. So this is why I'm having this little tracker here, just so I can concentrate and I can actually see the achievement that I've made. So this is my actual weight, and then these are all measurements. I actually don't care so much about the weight and the measurements. It's more that I can see that I am making progress and what I am doing is worth it. That's more the reason for it. But yeah, there is my nice little weight tracker. That's going to be continuing throughout the months because it's just a nice way to have this like final tally here and see that things are actually working. So I'm enjoying that. And yeah, that is all I did for January. Let me know if you enjoy this. I don't really know. It's kind of just me rambling. So let me know if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more bullet journal stuff.
Oh yeah, that was my bullet journal for January. If you like this video, please let me know. I know it's a bit different from the normal content that I put out, but I mean, let me know. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!